Hey, this is Once Upon a Game, a one-shot role-playing game variety show where every week some dorks get together on Eric's Twitch.
Perfect. Perfect.
We're in.
Oh wait, with the intro, cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Listen.
What was the last thing you heard, guys?
Major.
Deadass?
Basically. Welcome.
Okay. Well, listen, you know what you're watching. This is Once Upon a Game. We do story games every week. You don't need the spiel. We're on EricVulgaris' Twitch channel. He's very understanding of internet hiccups, and he's wearing a Roll20 shirt right now because he works at Roll20. I'm Sam. I'm your host and facilitator tonight. You can find me at Passruns on Twitter. Fun fact, I have never used the same mug on stream twice. Tonight, we are playing Dream Askew by Avery Alder, a game that asks, fellas, is it gay to battle scarcity in the post-apocalypse? No, it's about a queer enclave in the creeping end of civilization as we know it, struggling against itself and against the outside world. And to be this queer enclave with me, I have gathered a pair of total homos. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Kid, you go first. You've been on Once Upon a Game before. Yes, I timed that for exactly when you take a drink of water. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, what your pronouns are, and I don't know, what color socks you're wearing.
My name is Kid Spanner. You can find me at Kid Spanner. I'm currently looking at EricVulgaris' Twitter account because I had no idea he worked at fucking Roll20. That's two people I know. It's two people I know.
They're out there.
They're out there.
Out here. No.
They, them. Pronouns.
Yes. And what color socks are you wearing?
Black.
Why are you wearing socks?
Because otherwise my boots get really gross.
Okay, that's fair. Why are you wearing boots?
Because otherwise my socks get covered in dirt.
Okay, understandable. And my good friend Peep, my own personal reason to cry like Ben Harmon. That's an American Horror Story deep cut. Yeah, Peep, who are you? Huh?
That's a great question, and that is a deep cut. Hello, I'm Peep. I'm here. I'm on Twitter at Adelkitch with an underscore. Sometimes I draw things. Don't worry about it. And thank you for having me.
Yeah. What are your pronouns, Peep?
Oh, she, her pronouns. I am not wearing socks currently. I have my feet propped up on this little under-the-desk exercise bike thing I liberated from our building's trash room some time ago. I use it probably about as much as the person who threw it out did.
Yeah. And Peep, this is you've mostly played D&D, right?
Yes, I have been in a 5e campaign for about a year and a half. I've done one or two little one-shots with the same group, I think in the couple of different entries in the Fate system. So this is going to be pretty new territory for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, we are on the wrong sheet. On the wrong sheet. Here is the cool. Okay, so let me just read from the PDF. I did not back the Kickstarter because I'm crazy broke. But yes, this is going to be a game by Avery Alder called Dream Askew. It's about ruined buildings, haunted faces, strange new psychic powers, fierce queer love, turbulent skies, and asking, what do you do next? Imagine that the collapse of civilization didn't happen everywhere at the same time. Instead, it's happening in waves. Every day, more people fall out of the society intact. We queers were always living in the margins of that society, finding solidarity, love, and meaning in the strangest of places. Apocalypse didn't come for us first, but it did come for us. Gangs roam the apocalyptic wasteland, and scarcity is becoming the norm. The world is getting scarier, just beyond our everyday perception, howling and hungry. There exists a psychic maelstrom. We banded together to form a queer enclave, a place to live, sleep, and hopefully heal. More than ever, each of us is responsible for the survival and fate of our community. What lies in the rubble for this queer enclave? Could it be utopia? Those some good-ass questions. But before we hop into creating our queer enclave and learning who our characters are, let's talk about safety. Here on What's a Get on a Game, we use the X card. Peep, I think Eric was explaining this to you before the stream. If at any point you feel super uncomfortable, throw up an X or put an X in the Zoom chat and we will stop. We will reconsider. We will excise the offending material. Other than that, are there things that you got, especially in this, a game about being gay in a world that is actively hostile to life in general? Is there stuff that you guys don't want to get into? I mean, obviously the big ones, racism, misogyny, except like if we pick those options off the map list. Homophobia, I don't know. Is there anything you guys don't want to see in the game, kid? You're making a face like you have something to say.
This is my thinking face. I think I'm learning what my thinking face is. I'm like, I have mixed feelings about homophobia in this game right now. Actually,
really? Tell me about it.
I don't like it. It's bad, and I kind of don't want to, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
In the context of exploring how that relates to this setting and this world.
Yeah. I don't know. If we're at...
Do you want to play that by ear? If it comes up.
Yeah, I think so.
If it comes up, it comes up. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, Peep. How about you?
Nothing super specific. I do notice, just kind of looking at some of the character sheets, some of the setting elements, it does look like there's some elements in the game that sort of set players up with the opportunity, if they want to explore it, to get into issues of addiction and drug use. It is not something that I personally would want to role play as a character. It's not a topic that, you know, I would stop anybody else from getting into, but just sort of
not your personal preference.
Yeah.
Has anyone got any like surprise phobias or
not
surprise
really?
Phobias?
No, not particularly.
No.
Hey,
that's a fun one to forget.
Okay. Oh, we have a surprise fourth cast member.
Oh, hi.
We've been keeping this one up our sleeves. Eric is working OBS magic.
Eric will fix the cameras, I'm sure.
Yes.
We got a fourth person in this setup now.
Oh boy.
Fifth,
sorry I'm late.
Technically.
We'll get it in post on this live stream.
Fuck it, we're doing it in post. No, that doesn't.
Yeah, we can't fix it in post. It's gonna be messy. That's okay though. Ooh. I just have to put
never
you back
been
in
messy in my life. So.
Oh yes, our surprise fourth person while Eric is setting this up is James the Jame. Is my favorite tabletop Jame. Who I actually took out of the Roll20 because I thought you weren't going to show up, but not to put you back in.
I was taken from the computer for a while and then realized it was past 6.
That's
my greatest apologies.
You find me. Eric, just let him know. Okay, so yes, Peep not particularly interested in exploring issues of addiction. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, same.
Yeah. James says, oh, same. Now, Peep, you are going to be playing the Tiger, which is you are a gang leader fixing Roll20. DJ. There we go. Where do you want to be at, like, on the violent spectrum?
So I actually did have some thoughts, and maybe this will come up as we kind of get more into the nitty-gritty individual breakdowns of character stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there are, specifically notes in the Sheep for the Tiger that's kind of like, hey, consider not being a complete violent asshole. Play around with your sensitive side and, the goodness that you can have in a character like that. So I don't anticipate being an especially violent figure in this game.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just follow your lead.
Well, if you gotta.
Boy.
Yeah, I will not be viscerally describing removing somebody's organs or.
Yeah, no. I mean,
we're not Breaking Bad here.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, not until the third date. Like,
hey.
I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I mean, I'm older than you.
You're 2 months older than me. Shut up.
I also
you were going to say
sure
2 months old, and I was like,
yes, a literal infant. Eric, how are we looking?
For my age.
Okay, is James like on the stream? Okay. Oh my God, tell me next time. I was like operating under the assumption that James wasn't on the stream. Anyway, okay, so cool. There's 4 of us now. So let's see. We are James. We said that we were before you came. We were talking about, like, obviously no racism because 3 of us are brown. James, you're Latinx, some species of. Yeah, but
very pale brown. But hey.
Yeah.
Same.
Whatever. You're barely light skinned.
I've been out in the sun more lately.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're talking. Yeah. This is my roommate.
Bye, nerds.
This is my roommate saying hello and goodbye. She was on my bed the whole time.
Hello, goodbye.
Anyway, so we were talking about, like, how this is a game about exploring the gender and about exploring the link between a queer enclave and the outside world, and how maybe it might make sense to explore homophobia in that context, maybe not, like, not in a negative way, but in a way, I don't know, maybe about how we defend ourselves against that, or I don't know, the world's reaction to homosexuals camping on my lawn. How do you feel about that, James?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's good with me.
Okay.
I will say if I were...
Oh, God.
If I were watching a movie, say, about a post-apocalyptic queer enclave, and I, like, got into the theater and got my seat and was like, hell yeah! And then a significant portion of the film were devoted to the straights being added again. Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
And this is also a game where we play NPCs, potentially, and take turns doing it. So that's going to be the least interesting kind of NPC for me.
Yeah.
Straight person.
Yeah, good point. Oh, James, this is Pete.
Like, we tacked on straight.
I was going to say,
Pete.
James, this is Peep. James, this is Kid. Kid's in my Blades game. Anyway.
Sweet.
Yes. Okay. So yes. All right. We have discussed where we sort of want to go tonally. Let's create our enclave. Let's quiet year this shit.
Hell yes.
So first we're going to circle 3 to 5 visuals. I feel like we can each do one and then agree on a 5th. I've already decided what I want because I've been thinking about this for a month, which is Synanthropes. I am bright pink as always. And
Can you?
Synanthropes or Synanthropes, I'm not sure, are species that live with and thrive on human-made environments. like pigeons,
Oh,
like rats, but I try not to mention rats ever because
Rachel.
my roommate doesn't like hearing about them. So yeah, I'm thinking a lot of we're in an environment where species that have thrived off of humanity's urban environments want to be with us.
Neat.
Yes. Who wants to go next?
So I've got a couple I'm thinking of, so if someone else wanted to go first, I could
Decide.
narrow down my options.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I want eerie warning signs.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was one of my options.
Okay, well, good.
That just sounds great. That sounds
great.
like a good time.
All right, circle it.
Let me pick a color here.
It can't be hot pink. I'm just saying.
I know.
Your warning signs. Peep, how you feeling?
I'm kind of drawn to mutant plants blooming.
Yes.
Fully cultivate this aesthetic with just like cute pigeons and ominous succulents.
That's so cool. Yes. Ominous succulents. Okay.
Weird
Jane.
phosphorescent guys.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Phosphorescent gaze.
There's our name right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
James, what were you thinking?
So, I mean, there were a lot of things I was thinking of, but I feel like I have to go with the ocean.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you took my orange.
That's rough, buddy. That's rough.
Reasons to cry like Ben Harmon.
Yes. I hit my funny bone and it wasn't funny.
I guess we're doing this then.
What did you want?
I've never
you said
done
the
anything
ocean.
in my
The
life.
ocean. Okay.
I thought you didn't.
But
Like now, it's ready.
oh my
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. So like we're some sort of seaside community with mutant plants. Is there something wrong with the ocean?
I mean, there's always something wrong with the ocean.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I kind of maybe the eerie warning signs are involved.
Yeah, and mutant plants.
The psychic maelstrom that's sort of a big factor in this game isn't pinned down to too many specific attributes. Maybe it's something that, has an impact on local plant, wildlife, the environment.
Ocean currents.
This, yeah.
Yeah. I was listening. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead, James.
I was thinking, what if it's the opposite? It's like happening on land and sort of like the sea is the maelstrom seems to be staying over like in land areas, but we don't know what's going on with the ocean. So it's sort of like like possibly you don't like it's the what's going things are going on land. You don't know what's going on in the ocean, but it's the same. It's like it's a threat because we don't know what's going on up there. And if this is what's going on up here.
Just like the ocean in real life.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. You would still have people kind of clustering to the coast because even if it's an unknown, it's still sort of, here's a frontier that's not whatever else is happening on land.
Yeah, like
really
it's not actively trying to kill you, it's sort of passively trying to kill you. Also, for eerie warning signs, I was listening to a podcast, and I think it was 99% Invisible, and at the end they talked about, like, in Japan, like stones marking high water marks for tsunamis, like do not build below here, your shit's gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
Like that idea?
I like that.
And also like creepy signs like what's that Walking Dead joke? Like don't dead
Open inside.
Open inside. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
always thought that sounded like just off the title of one sex tape.
Do we think that there has been flooding and those markers have kind of been moved up and, portions of this enclave are built on the, structures that were here before, or are we kind of waiting to see how that pans out?
No, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Like there's Don't Dead Open Inside all down here if you're looking at the Roll20, and that's where we'd be like, nobody else wants this land.
God.
Yeah. Oh, maybe there's some like nice beachfront property here, but it's all like crumbling and waterlogged and nasty.
Perfect. So are we.
Yeah.
We're doing our best.
Sandy. No, I like a rocky beach.
Yeah.
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 It's not nice. Yeah.
I also like when there's not actually much of a beach. It's just a lot of rock.
It's like a little landing strip.
Yeah, or like there's only a beach at low tide.
Yeah.
And rest of the time it's just like big, like not small rocks, but like big rocks and cliffs.
So like I'm like marking off where the beach is.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So like this is as much of a beach we get, and rock. Oh my god, this trackpad is terrible. I love it. I don't love it. Can someone please write rock zone in there between the three little triangles and the
there's a text tool.
Oh my god, there is, isn't there? How about that? Okay, Jen's already on it.
Rock.
Own.
Gotta cross that sea.
It's important. How else will you know it's not a 2?
You're right. KB spent too long in Canada.
Look.
Okay.
There's lots of rocks. We need 2 signs.
Oh, one for the like actual rocks, and then one for Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes. A tower of Planet of the Apes, like a monolith of Dwayne the Rock Johnson rises from the ocean.
Well, one of the other visual elements for the enclave is raging parties, so you get a lot of use out of that rock zone.
Yeah.
Charlton Heston falls to his knees. It's like
okay.
Like yelling about
you guys are joking, huh?
Yelling about smells and pie.
Yeah. You guys are joking, but I've marked the location of the giant Dwayne the Rock Johnson head that is rising from the waves and watching over us like a benevolent saint.
Is it the X in the C?
I'm never joking about Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Okay, good. I'm glad that we're all at the same level of seriousness. Okay, 3 things that are in conflict in the enclave. I'm going to nix racial identity immediately.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm going to nix known abusers. If there's anything anybody else wants to nix.
I like how a conflict is the limitless possibilities of queer sex. How is that a conflict?
I mean,
you ever go to like Target and you're like you grab a basket instead of a cart and you're like, there's just too many things. I can't hold this all.
I need another basket.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, you can't fit enough fucking in your basket.
Okay, I take it. Peep, is this something you're interested in exploring as a conflict in the enclave?
The limitless possibilities of queer sex?
Yes.
Sure,
Don't feel pressured into it.
I'm more kind of looking at other items here and thinking, like, how does that conflict with some of these other things? How would that conflict in a way that it's not extremely gross to play out?
Yeah.
If it's like that versus the need for purity, then we've created the most boring HBO show.
What about psychic privacy? What about psychic privacy?
I like psychic privacy.
Yeah, versus we can like figure out what that means at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Politics of the Void.
Oh, that's good.
Barriers to access mutants.
Yeah.
Do we want mutants?
Do you want mutants?
I kind of want mutants.
Do we ever not want mutants?
Shit. Okay. Mutant psychic privacy.
Psychic privacy. I can see links there.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. Okay, so let's just go over to the character sheets. We've actually done this backwards, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Rules are fake, as we all know. I asked all of my friends here to pick who their characters are going to play before we started the stream.
Every time. It's perfect every time.
Listen, I don't have to take this kind of treatment. I don't take this kind of treatment. Okay, joke over. Anyway, I asked them all to pick their playbook before we started. I am playing the Iris, which is the unnerving psychic, the closest I'm ever going to get to playing a Brainer in Apocalypse world, honestly. Peep is playing the Tiger, which is gang leader. James is playing the Arrival, a person who has just arrived in the enclave, obviously, and brings their baggage from the outside world with them. And Kid is playing the Stitcher, our handy pal. I don't know, Kid, are you thinking like more of the rebuilding thing Stitcher or the engine fixing Stitcher? Before we even distribute setting elements, this is a thing I've been curious about since you picked it.
These are but words are hard. The like mending things, fixing things Stitcher is where I was thinking. I very much like what was I thinking? Mostly I was thinking Stitcher sounds cool, and then I forget what. But yeah, like
Yeah. Cool. So those are already picked. We don't have to sit around. But I did not ask you guys to pick setting elements. There are 6 setting elements. We each pick one to represent, and the other 2 are picked up as need be. So there's the varied scarcities, the psychic maelstrom, the society intact, the outside world, the digital realm. I guess the post-apocalypse has Twitter.
it truly is. It truly is a horrid time.
Yeah. The outlying gangs and the Earth itself. Since I'm playing the Iris, I don't want the psychic maelstrom.
I kind of do want the psychic maelstrom.
Getting to the psychic maelstrom. Excellent.
Go for it.
Yeah, buddy.
Where do I write that shit down?
Just write it under your name.
All right, sounds good.
I'm between like the digital realm and the Earth itself. And these are all in handouts if you don't feel like tabbing back to your PDF.
Yeah, it's also like they're listed in the Roll20.
Huh?
Oh, I think you might have actually just said that.
There. Yeah, I got you guys. I love a handout. I love a timer and I love a handout. Yeah, Kid and Peep, do you guys feel strongly about any setting elements?
I think playing the tiger, I should not be the outlying gangs.
Yeah.
I think that would put me in a position to just
Talk to yourself?
Yeah. Hmm. I'm not sure what I would do with it yet, but the digital realm, I could.
Okay. Well, just like you have like desires, you're going to circle two desire. You're going to pick two desires that the two things that the digital realm wants. Yeah. We'll get there. All right. So Peep is playing the digital realm. Do you know how to use the text tool in Roll20? Do you know where to find it?
Yeah, if you go over the draw shape freehand, in that little drop menu, it's the last one.
Okay. Kid, what are you thinking for setting elements?
I had myself muted. Hi.
You did.
The Earth itself?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Okay.
it's two desires?
Yeah. They don't play the varied scarcities.
Cool. That was my second choice.
Okay.
So that's
Peep, you will be digital realm. And James, Kid, you're the Earth itself. Okay. I just threw it all in Roll20. This is a very big sheet. Jesus Christ. Cool. All right, so we will go back to those later. Let's make our characters.
cool.
All right. So step 1. I'm sitting on it. I'm not going to say it. Step 2, choose a name. There's a list of names. Choose one. Peep, I 100% support you if you want to be Tawny the Tiger.
Yes.
Yeah, it's allowed in the context of this game, so I gotta.
You gotta.
It's legal today.
Yeah.
And only today.
It's in fact illegal to choose anything else.
Yes. This is the behavior that the game designer has incentivized with the mechanic. Yeah. Wow, I just sound like a huge asshole. I'm gonna go with pity.
Yes.
Okay. Kid and Jame.
Knots.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Oh man, you guys have like all the interesting word names.
You got good stuff. There's Rutger. Bishop.
Yeah, I think I might go with
No,
Tahani.
I know.
I guess I've got Audi. Like I could be a car.
Mm.
But also a friends at the table character.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, take that away.
That's not what you want. You do not want to be Bishop. Okay, a look.
Damn.
I had sunglasses.
All right.
Okay, no,
I'm gonna be drummer.
Which is apparently a classic Apocalypse World name.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So next, our looks. So we all have different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. I know, it's like we're all playing different playbooks.
Weird.
Wild. I can't have it in mind. I'm going with angular frame and ruined eyes.
That's so good.
Hold on, let me. Do any of you guys have like eye trauma problems?
No.
No.
I'm down.
Traumatic cataract.
Yeah.
I know, it's great. Hold on, let me find a really good picture. Oh, this one's gross. Eric, please don't pop this up. Or maybe like do pop it up. I don't know. Oh, that's not the link I wanted.
Why are you bad at this?
No one asked you. I get no respect. Open
You get
link.
the respect that you deserve.
There we go. It's gross.
Used to be
There
able
are
to-
grosser pictures.
Huh.
Yeah, it's when something gets into your eye and really stirs the joint up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh.
clicking that.
That's cool looking though.
Yeah.
I mean, not in a like good way, but also it looks real cool.
Yeah, hold on. Let me show you guys another picture. I love eye trauma. Anyway, Jane, you picked
too.
yours.
I got halfway through.
Okay.
I'm taking a tired frame.
Okay.
And right now I'm having difficulty choosing between scabby hands and trembling hands.
Ooh. Oh, those are both good. Kid, I see you picked knowing eyes and glove hands.
Mm-hmm.
And Peep, you are having difficulty deciding how Jack to be.
Yeah, no, I'm going tough face and jacked arms.
Yeah.
Live your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Live your dream. Okay, here's the other one. I love gross eye stuff. Okay. The gender.
Wow, that looks like
Horrible and horrific.
that looks
It's
like
the
some kind
ocean.
of semi-precious stone, actually.
It does. It does. Kid said the ocean.
The two look the same often. So
Yeah.
I know that's supposed to be gross, but like that's actually quite beautiful. Anyway,
Anyway, someone
We're
got
learning
something
here
poked in.
today.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with void for my gender.
that's such a good gender.
Yeah. Jacked arms. Oh, Pete did in fact go with jacked arms is an option, huh?
Yeah, no, it's right there on the sheet. So again, it's legal, so I gotta.
Yes. Kid went with Raven.
I'm gonna go with hard femme for gender.
Going for ambiguous.
All right. Do you guys want to talk about what this means to us?
The genders.
Yes. This is not really my lane. Kid and Jame, if you guys want to take the lead on this.
I mean, I feel like my character is mostly like has gone through some kind of trauma recently and probably for an extended amount of time, and like gender, I've got bigger problems.
Yeah. Kid, what you circled Raven, what does that mean? Or do you want to figure it out and play?
It's very a lot of it I feel like could be figured out in play, but it's very much the same as James. Is like, gender was fake before all this, and
Right.
and now I don't now I spend my days trying to live, and sometimes they're scavenging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are ravens carrion birds?
Yes,
Definitely.
I would like to say if I had been able to put in a gender myself, I would have chosen tired.
Yes.
That's just cheating.
Yeah, but also gender tired is like me. So
Yeah, feeding on carrion insects, cereal grain. Okay, yeah, they're carrion birds. Yeah. I feel like when I say void, I mean gender was fake before all this, but now I am in touch with the psychic underpinning of all beings. So like, yeah.
I think for
Heap.
Yeah, I think for, hard femme being picked for the tiger, I think the character's perspective is kind of, it's fake, but I'm winning.
yes, that's the best.
So that's how she's gonna approach this.
I knew you couldn't.
Winning.
I knew you couldn't trust tigers ever since Tony started blocking furries.
Oh no!
Y'all remember when that happened?
Yeah, although to be fair, like Tony was getting some pretty targeted furries.
Don't be like that.
Just gonna make a quick note here for desires for the digital realm. No.
No furries.
The triumphant resurrection of fur affinity in the post-apocalyptic world.
After the apocalypse, aren't we all technically furries?
Shit, you're right. Okay, wardrobe styles. Wardrobe styles.
I'm
just like,
choose two. That's better.
Yes, good. Yeah.
You get 2 outfits, like a sim.
Oh, yes. Like Dragon Age.
Give as many outfits in Dragon Age as you can carry around with you at all times.
Okay, that's fair. Breathable. Are you athleisure hard femme?
Like tracksuits, sweatpants.
Yeah, we're scouring the remnants of society, finding what's left. Yeah. Comfort is going to be important.
But also, like, you can get real, like, fashion athletics. So, like, you can be both comfortable and fashion.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I picked medical wear. I don't know. I kind of want to be ridiculous and just have a bronze censer I'm waving around with incense in it.
That just sounds like you.
That's like a smell lantern, right?
Yes, it is a smell lantern. Thank you. No, I think I'm going to pick a slender
bronze censer.
Yes, a slender weapon carefully concealed. But like spiritually, I also have a bronze censer.
Do you know what weapon?
No idea. No idea. Kid, how about you?
I went with, scrolling down, a repurposed uniform and minimalist chic.
Nice.
What kind of uniform? Like military?
I can smell it. I can hear it in your voice that listen, here's this link of this thing.
Do we not like have buttons in the post-apocalypse?
Listen, buttons are for fucking chumps. What we have is old luchador outfit.
I knew it. Kid,
I am who I am.
You are valid. You are valid. Anyway, James.
Luchador outfit with a hoodie and gloves.
Okay.
It's great.
This is the person I choose to play my games with. XOXO. James is picking my old uniform. Hopefully
with
not
bloodstains.
With bloodstains. All right.
So I'm thinking of, in terms of my old uniform, I'm thinking auto mechanic.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you beat someone to death with a wrench?
Well, Possibly. It's hard to know. At the very least, though, I got there. Well, I don't know. It might be my blood that I got on myself. Maybe it's various sources of blood. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Eric's given us a gift.
Eric is a gift.
God bless. Thank you. Thank you for this. Now we... Yeah. Anyway, now we all have like individual questions. So, like I have 2 psychic gifts and decide what the world psychic maelstrom told you. Peep, you've got 2 gang trappings in your gang's flaw. Whatever, you guys can read your own. And Eric can scroll frantically around the one sheet I've crammed all the shit on to hopefully get it all on. Eric, I don't know how you're doing this because I'm not watching the stream. Always. Eric says he's doing his best. Yes, you are, always.
I'm so happy about this official map.
It's really good. It's really good.
Okay, anyway.
So I'm taking memory harvesting for one of my psychic gifts just to lean into that the psychic privacy thing.
Right.
Oh
yeah. What were those things that we did? It was mutants,
psychic privacy, and the limitless possibilities of queer sex.
Okay, one of my workshop functions, I'm going to go with art space, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I had forgotten about the limitless possibilities and like, this feels... I think we can cram that in there and to put it in the most crass way possible.
I don't get it.
I'll explain it to you when you're as old as I am.
I'm older than you. Peep, what are you looking at for yours?
So I've actually got mine. I am putting a safe house and medical supplies.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of my thoughts for the character of the gang was sort of like I wanna really lean into the roleplay aspect of this and just imagine what it would be like to be the gay who can drive.
Oh my god, that's the dream.
Yeah, so I think
what's it like being the gay who can drive?
Right? So I feel like when this is sort of, an incremental breakdown of society and people kind of coming to these outside the regular city societies and coming to this enclave in like waves and, fits and starts. So I figured this is kind of, she maybe was a person who is ferrying people out of the city and kind of is still, running supplies and scavenging stuff from what remains of the older places and bringing them back here. So she's sort of the supplier for a lot of stuff.
Okay. All right.
Get in the van. We're going to the beach.
We're going to the Dwayne The Rock Johnson beach, Jesus Christ. And Yame. Jame.
I'm bringing my dog. Like, I had an option to bring my dog, and I'm not some kind of monster, okay? I mean, I might be, but not that kind of monster.
Yeah.
But now I'm not sure if I want to have photo albums or a truck.
Listen, we can all be gays who drive. Jam, I know you're a gay who drives. Kid, I know you're a gay who drives.
Yeah.
Let's all be gays who drive.
Bring in my truck.
Okay.
Truck and my dog.
So I should circle vehicle repair as my second function.
Oh, you don't have to, because that's something I actually do.
This is mostly a bit.
I know. It is one of the things I've been looking at, because I haven't.
Ooh, we could be competition.
Vehicle repair, body upkeep, or chemistry.
Body upkeep?
I don't know what that means. I want to learn what that means.
I'm thinking about like cyborg bodies now, but that's just because I've been talking about robot stories with some friends of mine.
You should always be thinking about cyborgs.
But like, if we're leaning into the limitless ways in which one can have queer sex, like installing body mods, it's like, okay.
Yeah. I'm going with body upkeep, and we're all gonna learn what that means together.
We're all gonna explore that.
Yeah. I went with, okay, so decide what the World Psychic Maelstrom tells you. I went with that I would swallow their pain away. Oh, I didn't pick another psychic gift. Let's go into the limitless possibilities of queer sex, their dreams. Yeah. And memory harvesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that I would swallow the pain away. Peep, what's your gang's flaw?
I really like our actions bleed psychic instability into the area.
Oh, that's cool.
That's real gay.
Either by, delving into places and stirring up psychic activity, or, just kind of having some impact on the environment that ticks off the maelstrom. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And James, you are a scavenger living alone before injury forced me to seek out a bigger community.
Yep.
What was the injury?
I think it had something to do with my hands, actually.
Ooh, gross. I love hand trauma.
I mean, for one thing, I took the scabby hands. I think it might not have just been my hands, though. I think I may have suffered severe burns.
Yeah, and we have the medical supplies and somebody who can do body upkeep, which I assume is at least partially not fucky.
At least partially.
At least partially. Kid, where do you get that stuff?
All right, so it's either I scavenge the ruined buildings of abandoned districts, or I take apart the old to furnish the new, which is a lot for body upkeep and art space.
Listen, parts is parts.
Parts
oh my god, I have access to a partially excavated landfill, perfect for body upkeep.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Man, you know what? A partially excavated landfill for body parts is actually... I'm undoing this circle. I want that. I don't remember how to erase this.
Oh, take the selector tool on the top of the little thing, and then just select the whole thing, and it'll let you delete it.
Yeah, no, I like that this is a setting where there's cybernetics, where cybernetics are a big part of it. Like, this is not 5 minutes into the future. This
is at least
the
10.
ruins of some future. Yeah. So a little bit past teledildonics and into the night.
We've gone beyond where patent laws matter.
Yes. Yeah. Key relationships. We've all picked a couple except for Kid, who's
I'm circling.
Okay, you're circling. So I picked the Weird Eater I created and a Wasteland Mercenary whose past I'm erasing. Jane, what do you got?
Oh, I see. They're all hang on. I'm going to revise that then. So I'm definitely picking the first person to offer me a stiff drink. What's that? And then, oh, it's at on your the right-hand column. It's the one near, not at the bottom, but close to the bottom. 1 to 2 key relationships. Yeah.
For those of you watching the stream, Eric asked a question.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't realize that was Eric.
I feel like talking to Eric off camera is just like part of the charm.
Sometimes I remember that the stream can't hear Eric.
Yeah. Although
he's just the ghost who makes this whole thing work.
Sometimes I can make the ghost present, but I tend to not.
Yeah.
Yes.
My 2 key relationships are a ghost who haunts my workspace.
Good.
And the beautiful boy who makes me trip up my words. Who I'm 60% sure is a mutant. Or a cyborg.
Mutants at all. Yeah. I went with. Oh no! Did I say what I went with?
No.
Oh, okay. I went with the weird eater I created and a wasteland mercenary who makes use of my talents.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I like took too many memories from somebody and made them like me.
Mm.
Maybe they looked too long into the abyss, as it were. Yeah. The abyss looked back, if you know what I mean. Kid, I'll explain when you're older. And Peep, how about you?
I went with, mine was actually choose 1 to 2 key relationships. I think a couple of the other ones specify 2. So I just went with the Wasteland Biker Pack. I have an uneasy truce with.
Actually, it does say 1 to 2. Oh no, I have. Yeah, 1 to 2. Never mind.
Like I have to pick 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting that the creepy psychic is not allowed to isolate themselves mechanically.
Well,
not gotta get out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, these are the mechanics, and this is the most mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, finally, and then we can go to break. And then we can. When we come back, we'll discuss what our setting elements want. But let's ask each other some questions. Since direction is fake on the internet, I drew some arrows. They're beautiful arrows. You're welcome. I'm a gift. I'm a Roll20 god. I'm not terrible. So Kid is asking me questions. I'm asking Peep questions. Peep is asking James questions. James is asking Kid questions. Who wants to go first? You pick one.
I want to go first.
Go, do it.
Why do you wish I had never arrived?
Kid, that's for you.
It is. I'm seeing the arrows. Why do I wish you had never arrived?
Unmodifiable junk. I'm kidding.
We found the limits, and it's right there. I said, standing at the arrivals crowd. I'm gonna read over your info again. My old uniform, blood stains. I was a scavenger. What if you used to scavenge at the landfill? What if you were like my competition and I owed you? I've resented you like this whole time because you were scavenging. You like took shit that I wanted. Like, I saw you leaving my like. I used to like. I had a spot where when I had too much shit, I was like, all right, I'm gonna hide this away over here, and I spotted you running away from that spot and like on my way back there one day, and like, damn it, I needed those dong converters.
Dong converters.
Oh yeah, because like the European ones use different sockets than the American ones.
It's really irritating. You have to buy this thing with like 3 differently shaped prongs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
if
the
you
worst.
know what I mean.
I don't get it.
I'll tell you when you're older.
A lot of that.
Explain the prongs. They're so
this whole game is I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay, Kid, you may as well just ask me. May as well just go in the circle.
What broken thing do you have that I could fix?
Please say my heart.
I don't know.
That's pretty gay. That's pretty gay, though.
That's pretty gay, though. This isn't a gay game. What? No. No.
Don't make it gay, James.
God.
I was about to say game, but then I realized we're back full circle around the. Anyway.
You're right. You're right. I think there's a thing that I think I have like a weird thing that I don't know what it is, and sometimes it makes. Kid, did you read Binti?
Yes.
You read Binti, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like some like weird, inexplicable device that I dug up from the ground, and I keep like pestering you to make it work, make it work, make it work. And like you keep giving it back to me, and I keep putting it back in your workshop. I don't know what it looks like, but it's clearly not from around these here parts. I don't know, maybe it came through the maelstrom, or maybe the maelstrom led it to me, and I want it to work. And you're the one who can do it. The maelstrom told me you could do it.
I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and I modify people, and I modify people. I don't know what this orb is.
Fix my orb!
Put it on my junk.
Fix my orb!
I love this. That's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Peep. How have I unsettled you in recent days in non-orb related matters?
So I think at some point in the last few days, my gang and I maybe were scrounging some stuff out of like some rich person's like bunker basement or something, kind of further into the X city, and maybe when we got back, one of them like approached you and asked you to take some memories away.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened, but I know that they saw you. And so it's unsettling that, somebody has not given me the full truth, and that they, went to an outsider of the gang.
Yeah.
And also, you eat memories, and that's a little unsettling, I think, at a base level.
Fellas, is it gay to eat memories? I mean, like, you're inside another man's head.
We call that sounding in the game.
Sure. You know what? You joke, but right, it's called sounding now. No.
Yeah,
don't
no, this is
out there if you don't want me to use it.
You think I didn't want you to use it?
I can't believe you did that to us. I don't even fucking know you yet, James, and I can't.
I feel like on the spectrum of me to you, kid, James is sort of direct middle. Leaning toward me.
I'm feeling that.
I'm always leaning towards you, Lamb.
So, Pete.
Yes, so I have a question for James, or rather, Tawny has a question for Dremmer, and you're new here. What have you recently contributed to the cause? What have you done for us lately?
The knee-jerk reaction was my beautiful body, but no, actually. I brought my truck and my dog.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
like I want to give like a more deep answer, but honestly, I think that's just like I brought my truck and my dog. What more do you want from me?
You have what you have.
I got what I got.
I feel like the dog is probably like a cool thing that people would be stoked to see showing up in town.
Yes, the most important character creation question that we have not asked yet. What kind of dog?
Oh crap! I mean, it's got to be some kind of ridiculous mutt, like. It's like its forelegs are bigger than the back legs or something. It's like it's like clearly like in the sort of scattered aftermath of the psychic apocalypse, just like people's dogs got loose and they just fucked each other, and but I think
I can't believe that the mutant menace that we're gonna have to face is centered around James' dog.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now that
I mean,
we've
yeah.
oh, good. Now that we've answered that extremely important question, it's time for us to take a break, decide on what our setting elements want, and then, like, I guess actually play the game or something.
What?
What? We're
I
playing a
thought
game.
we were just creating characters for like 3 hours.
I could do that. That's why I
mean,
set
so
time.
could
We
I.
all could, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, all right. Eric, take us to break. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye.
We're back. We're very sorry about that. Yeah. That was the best sunglasses transition yet.
I thought that was a bit at first.
It is the bit. It's a bit. All right, we're back, ball bags. What's up? We have lost. We have lost.
This is the best way to deliver bad news.
Yeah. Anyway, James is gone. James is having a bit of a family thing right now, so it's just us three gays. It's back to us. Thoughts and feelings to James. Not hopes and prayers. We're not Republicans.
I've never prayed in my life. Not even the decade plus that I went to church.
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet Rachel to get off the Wi-Fi. You on the Imperial Red Shit Wi-Fi. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so in light of us losing the psychic maelstrom, does anybody want to be the psychic maelstrom? Any unchosen setting elements can be picked up by anyone at any time.
I'm good with the earth itself.
Yeah, I'm good with what I've got. Cool. So let's real quick fast forward through what do our things want. The varied scarcities want a feral age and uncomfortable bargains.
The earth itself wants I was literally just reading it. Trembling awe and strange new forms.
Okay. Peep, what does the digital realm want?
I think the digital realm wants shared knowledge and trafficked secrets. And is there anywhere in Roll20 where we're able to circle these?
I'm putting it right on the sheet. You said, what'd you say?
Shared knowledge and trafficked secrets.
Knowledge, trafficked secret.
Hand in hand.
There we go. Yeah.
That's
all right.
Just Twitter. That's just
Twitter. That's just like a messy group DM.
Mm-hmm.
We could have made it look like anything.
Yes. But we made it look like Twitter. Okay, to flesh out the setting. Okay, if there are any setting elements that remain blank in the middle of the table, the first person to pick them up during play will pick 2 desires at that point. This is the point at which we should be doing the enclave. We already did that, though. We got good jokes out of it, so I'm not particularly concerned about us doing this out of order. Last of all, if you pull up your move sheet, it's you can look at it on the PDF or you can look at it in the Roll20 handout. So there are some tips for playing your character. So mine are: find people and their moments of weakness or need and offer them your strange gifts. Explore deviance, difference, and vulnerability, and make your character fallible and relatable. This is the point at which we are supposed to read out our lore. But first I should explain tokens. So people who've never played Apocalypse World, which I haven't either, or an Apocalypse World derived game. But in those games, instead of having like doing a perception check, you make a move, you roll 2d6, and 10 to 12 is success, 7 to 9 is a partial success, and 6 minus is you whiffed it. The GM does something to you that might not be bad, it might be good, and a thing that you super don't want. This game throws all that out the window. So in this game, there are weak moves and strong moves to correspond with soft moves and hard moves, whatever. Don't worry about that, Pete. So you have to do weak moves to get tokens. you can spend tokens to do your strong move. So let's pull up yours, Peep. For example, one of your weaknesses is to promise something you can't possibly deliver. Like, yes, I can definitely get you enough supplies for the field hospital. If you did that you would gain a token. You can spend that token to murder somebody. Yeah.
You can murder, but you gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay for it, yep. Yes. So we each, in addition to those, like, we also have lures. So Peep, your lure is whenever someone relies on you to solve one of their biggest problems, they gain a token. Kid, what's yours?
Lure. Whenever someone comes to you with something precious that needs fixing, they gain a token.
Okay, and what is mine? I have a lot of shit open in Roll20 right now. Whenever someone invites you to use their psychic gifts on them, they gain a token. All right. I'm interested to hear how that plays out. I've never played this game before. Cool. Okay. All right, so we have our beach enclave. We have a looming, menacing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but also somewhat warm and welcoming Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson statue.
He's not menacing. He's what we created here to give life to the enclave and make it a beacon.
Yes, I'm moving us back to the enclave sheets.
He is as giant and menacing as the real Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which is a little because he's just so much.
Yeah. And that's X marks the spot for there. We are sort of in the remnants of beachfront property at constant risk of tsunami. There's a little rocky beach that gets exposed at low tide, but what are tides anymore? What's the ocean? And the ocean is the only place where do we feel like it's the only place where the psychic maelstrom doesn't affect you, where you can just row out and have a clear head, or is this like a safe unknown?
I think at the very least it would be like the known effects that we've seen further inland from the maelstrom aren't in effect out there.
All right.
Kid, you were gonna say something.
It was about what you said.
Eric, is that you? Eric. Oh yes, Eric made a cool map.
There's the statue of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I moved it to the map layer. Eric Vulgaris, the common Eric. Anyway, Eric's Roll20 admin, so he has powers. God damn it. Anyway, yeah. So we've got phosphorescent mutant plants blooming, creepy warning signs. I feel like when I talk about synanthropes, I'm 100% talking about pigeons, and I'm also 100% talking about homing pigeons.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe we're not the only gay enclave. Maybe there are others, and we talk to them.
I like that.
Yeah. So like we are not a fortress enclosed. We are connected. Homing pigeons are really smart. Also,
if our messages are delivered by birds, once again, this is just Twitter.
What about it?
And sorry.
Hi, Sam.
God damn it. Am I back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'm gonna have like a good computer with good internet connection.
Maybe someday.
Someday. And the three things that are in conflict in the enclave are psychic privacy, mutants, we don't know what the fuck that means, and the limitless possibilities of queer sex. We've established that Kid's character, but for junk.
That's a good freeze frame. I upkeep the bodies, and frequently that means junk.
You came back on junk.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it's like a Build-A-Bear workshop, but for junk.
Okay.
I'm sure other things are also kept up, but
yes, like I don't know, cancer.
Yeah.
Routine medical care. Yeah.
I hit that nerve on the knee with the little hammer.
Yes. All right. So what is our opening scene? What would get these three characters all together? I sort of had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a bad idea.
Yeah.
To say that because that's how the game works. I have to yell at people to say the bad idea. What if it's just like the three of us standing over? Oh God, did I freeze again?
Yeah.
You're back.
What if it's just like the three of us standing over a body? Like a dead mutant.
Where is it washing up like? Is it
under the rock statue?
Oh my God, is it symbolic? Did they sacrifice him to the rock?
Oh my God.
Hold up, I don't think we picked religion, so.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We can, there's nothing stopping us. But.
We could.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? We're just like all the three of us have like all come across the body.
Oh no, Roger in the Twitch chat. Make it the guy who had to leave.
Oh no!
No.
I feel sad about that thought.
Yeah, I feel bad about that.
No, you know that person and their dog, they saw our enclave and they kept driving, and probably wisely. So they're someplace else.
They found the next gay enclave. They're doing fine.
Yeah. They were shopping. They were just shopping around.
Did a quick Yui.
Yeah.
It's okay, Roger. I get that instinct.
Yes. I was drawn here by the psychic maelstrom. Why are you guys here looking at this dead mutant?
I heard word, and parts are parts.
Parts is parts. Yeah.
I mean, I just come out here to think sometimes.
Yeah.
Think, flex, you know.
Yeah.
You know, lift some beach rocks for my jacked arms.
Become inspired by Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gosh, it would be great if somebody had a dog here that I could like throw sticks on it on the beach.
Yeah, that's so
like old times.
I love Tawny.
Tawny's great. So I look up at the two of you with my creepy eyes and gesture at the body and say, I don't know her. It's not a woman. I don't know them.
I brought like a big stick from somewhere, and I'm gonna poke the body.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it move?
No,
I think it's like weirdly pristine for being out in the elements.
Right. It's not like somehow it's not like full of gases yet or whatever happens to the body. I don't know how decomposition works.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We don't need to know things. This is a role-playing game. And I sort of ignore you because you're not fixing my orb. You've been ignoring me, so I'm ignoring you. And I look up at and I look up at Tawny and I say, also, I'm looking at my moves right now. You also have regular moves too that don't gain or lose you a token. And I look up at Tawny and I say, I might be able to get something out of it. And I tap my temple.
Ugh. I'm gonna. Is it face down or face up? The body.
What's creepier?
Does it
What's
have a
creepier?
face?
No, it doesn't.
It's totally pristine, but doesn't have a face.
Yes.
Would
It-
it?
There we go.
Does it
yeah,
look like it? Maybe the person had like a prosthetic face. Are we at that level in the post-apocalypse?
Sure.
Okay. Or
Yeah, like the cyberpunk.
or is it just like totally vanished in a mysterious, non technological fashion?
I don't know.
What's cooler?
the bits of it that are supposed to be face are just like smooth and like they. Man, does it? If you run your hands over the like where the eyes would be, are there indents or is it just like?
Yes. Yep. And that's what Pity is doing right now.
Mhm.
And like looking, making really uncomfortable eye contact with Tawny as I do it.
Well, okay. Well, we'll stop touching it for a second. I'm gonna.
I don't.
I'm gonna just kind of like crouch down with Pity and just sort of take a look and try to see if, face notwithstanding, I recognize this as, somebody from the enclave or somebody from my gang.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that's hard without a face, so probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, and it's a dead mutant too.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be poking about at like extremities and such. Gotta use what we got. And
Yeah. I think I'm going to do the weak move. I think I'm going to like do a delve into the memories. Well, like I was just asking you as a formality because you're kind of an authority figure, but I'm gonna do what I want. Which
Yeah,
is
I think Tawny would also just kind of be like, well, I'm not getting anything out of it.
yeah.
I think it also makes sense for you to act on your own.
Yeah.
Like, kind of socially, one should maybe ask somebody for authority to it, but also you have these powers.
Yeah. So I think that I try and see if there's any leftover synapses still firing, and like when I open my brain to the psychic maelstrom, and when I try and delve in, something goes weird and wrong, and like I get this like torrent of memories that shouldn't be there, and I can't hold them in, and they just spill over to you guys because you're the closest, because like I'm in capacity and it's overflowing.
Oh, I don't like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and
that was my weak. Yeah, that was my weak move. Temporarily losing control of your psychic abilities. So I'm going to take a token for that.
Mm.
And this also seems like a situation where the psychic maelstrom would come into play.
Yeah.
And we haven't picked desires for it yet, have we?
Yes. Pete, do you want to play it?
Sure. However that works. And I am going to decide that it wants cosmic revelation and fervent intimacy.
Oh boy, yep. I don't know, like, are our brains all open to each other right now? Yeah. So hold on, just to read out the tagline from the Psychic Maelstrom. Close your eyes, open your brain. Something is wrong with the world. That something is the Psychic Maelstrom. It's just beyond our everyday perception, ever present and howling. It can offer guidance, protection, even flashes of brilliant inspiration, but it's hungry, and nobody knows what price it demands in return. Okay, so you're the Psychic Maelstrom. What's it doing to us?
Yeah, so I think you've touched this body that's washed up, trying to delve into it. I think the maelstrom is attempting to, out of that search for intimacy, to kind of project what this person's last feelings, what happened to them. But it's a super overwhelming sensation because something obviously devastating happened to them. Something out at you get like some sense that it was like something further out from the shore. So some kind of psychic effect, something that you haven't seen or encountered in any memories from people who have dealt with the things that are happening further inland. Something real bad went down with this person, and it was tremendously frightening. So you're kind of getting this like unknowable sense of terror and dread and something super powerful, but also just that kind of personal, this is the person it happened to, projected onto you.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of eldritch.
Yeah, moves, bleed psychic instability into the immediate area. Yeah, that counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tawny's not. Oh no, not Tawny. Pity's not doing great right now. Pity is like is not. Pity can connect to other people's minds, but not like she does it when she chooses. And all of a sudden, she's blown open to these two other people. So she's like grabbing at Tawny's enormous biceps to try and like cling to something real. Yeah. Move, I'm gay. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Falling over into the sand and kind of rolling around pathetically.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Split
like
from you to all of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm over capacity. I'm trying to like instinctively trying to shunt some of it to you guys. Also, look at your moves, guys. Look at your moves. Look at your weak moves.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna stoically fall to my knees because I'm trying to tough it out, but it's too much. And Pity is clinging to my bicep and just kind of instinctively, because Tawny's used to, kind of taking care of people, I'm going to take a regular move and tenderly care for someone and just steady Pity as we ride out this weird psychic wave together.
Yeah. Okay, fellas. Is it Gator? I feel like I'm also seeing like weird snatches from your memories too. Like what am I revealing to you and what are you guys showing to me? I feel like you guys get like snippets of the first time I opened my brain to the maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
And just like pure exaltation mixed with this terror right now. What am I getting from you?
The first time I opened up a cadaver looking for something to, fix up someone else.
Gross.
It's gross. I vomit afterwards.
Yeah. Do you feel like that counts as one of your weak moves? Take apart something crucial to repurpose its parts? I'm
like in flashback, if we want to count that.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll take a token.
Sure. Peep, what do you reveal to me?
We are dealing with proxy trauma from some kind of huge unknowable force. I think you probably see some snippets of like a pretty significant car flip or something, like out in the wastelands, like something going super wrong on a outing with the gang.
Mm-hmm.
Or just something, the nearest comparable kind of I can't control this situation, something huge is upending my world sort of thing that Tawny would just sort of instinctively go to.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and and Peep, you're also the psychic maelstrom. How does the psychic maelstrom react to that?
Do I have to? I think I may have to pass that over because it is affecting me in this case.
Oh yeah,
To
yeah,
give
yeah.
away when you're involved in any of the above.
Yeah.
So
All right.
if you think the maelstrom should have a reaction to other people's,
I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, let's drop it. Let's drop it. Let's say that like this weird vulnerable connection between us all ends when I manage to bleed off the excess into you guys, and I look up at you guys visibly shaken and go, all right, okay. Like I'm not meeting either of your eyes, having seen something incredibly intimate that I did not actually mean to see this time.
I don't like that. I don't like what just happened.
Didn't much care for that. I'm gonna pivot us away, and drop Pity, but not so that Pity falls on the body. Just sort of, here's a new patch of rocks for you.
Have you just like been holding her up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cradling her like a babe.
And now I drop her.
Yeah.
Onto rocks.
Yeah, it's rocks. It's rocks. It's bad.
It's all rocks.
She's fine though. She's fine. She's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. And she says, what are we gonna do with this?
I take a lot of deep breaths and then reach into my bag and pull out a scalpel.
You still
And
want
scene.
pieces of
Good.
And yes, apparently rip off pieces.
Huh.
Yeah. Parts is parts.
Parts is parts.
Okay, somebody else frame a scene for me.
Oh goodness.
Well, we've got some conflicts, some things that are in conflict in the enclave. We've got we've got a faceless dead mutant.
I feel like a reasonable next scene would be, in the Stitcher's shop, headquarters, kind of trying to assess what you've uncovered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. Oh, I've got a ghost there. There's a ghost who haunts my work. I forgot about that.
There's just a ghost.
That's great. Yeah. Oh man, what if this faceless mutant was the beautiful boy who makes me trip up my words? It's not. I don't think it was.
And the beautiful boy is not the ghost.
No, these are these are two separate beings in my life.
Yeah, I don't think Pity wants anything to do with this. Pity's like off doing weird memory shit. This can be just Tawny and Knots talking about the body.
How about this is we open with Tawny plopping the body onto a table in my workshop.
Yeah, you got her to do your lifting for you.
One of us lifts and one of us cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Division of labor.
Yeah, and this is gonna be probably a lot of shit is probably gonna go down when people figure out that there's a body. So probably want to be involved in, figuring out what caused that. All right.
I can't believe Tony the Tiger is a cop. I can absolutely believe that.
She is the law.
Is Tony the Tiger the most cop serial mascot? I think he is.
No, yeah, a little bit. Anyway, dead body on an operating table.
Dead body on an operating table. You've plopped this faceless being on there. There's a room over where people are just
practicing arts and crafts.
Practicing arts and crafts, yeah. It's a performance piece that they're working on. Call
place.
Fucking in the rain or whatever. I don't know.
The limitless possibilities of fucking in the rain.
What a glorious feeling.
Dun-dun-dun.
Okay, right. All right, carry on.
Tawny.
Knots.
Tawny, do we... Are there... Are there faceless people here? Do we have a contingent of faceless people here that I didn't know about?
I wouldn't really know how to recognize them, is the thing. Other than none of them having faces. And I think this is the first one I've seen.
Thinking on that, like sucking on this scalpel.
You've been building faces for anyone? Don't
Nobody.
put that in your mouth.
Nobody shows up to me without the entire face structure. Somebody last week came in and needed help with a nose. Eric down the street needed a new eye the other month, but I don't. Nobody's shown up looking to remove an entire face. I don't know. This is smooth. I'm gonna take off my glove and like feel up this face. It's like, this is smooth. This isn't like, I can't do this. It feels like I'm gonna like reach for your face to like this feels like, person like. I'm reaching for your face with the same hand that was just touching the corpse.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck out of the way of that there hand.
I reach into empty space.
It's like a normal face, but not a face. I got it. So, Anybody come to you with a new piece of hardware, maybe?
Like
they had a face or parts of one?
Nah. Penny keeps coming by with that weird orb. I don't know what to do with that.
Is it in your workshop right now?
I think it's like, yeah, it's on the workbench.
It's hovering like an inch above the workbench.
What if it's humming right now?
It's humming, singing in the rain. It's humming in tune with the people in the next room.
It's resonating with their art.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't think it's this. I don't think. Pity wouldn't be taking off folks' faces, right? If she could.
Could she?
I don't know. I don't understand the maelstrom. I understand bones and meat and wires and gears. I don't understand no galaxy brains, and that's what just happened.
Yeah. So that was weird, and I don't know if Pity would have come up with an excuse to look into somebody's head if she wasn't actually curious. So she probably didn't take faces. Do they have any other parts that would have been something you worked on? Weird arms? Anything? Or were they otherwise just themselves?
I hold up my ungloved hand and like a manila folder like flies into it. That's the ghost.
Is that the ghost?
The ghost is helpful. The ghost is nice.
Can we see, if the ghost is visible, the ghost absolutely makes finger guns at you.
Are you gonna be the ghost?
Eric.
I'm the ghost. I'll
Yes.
Yes, okay.
The ghost is also named Eric in honor of our ghost, Eric. That's two different NPCs I've now named Eric in like the span of 2 minutes. I'm not good at names. Also, Sam is. Yep. Eric is wearing those sunglasses.
Welcome back.
Yes.
The ghost died in sunglasses.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Eric.
Yes.
Like, I'm like flipping through this and like lifting. Is this body wearing clothes? Was this body wearing clothes?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's reasonable. Just like jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. Cutting off those jeans and t-shirt. Got to see what's what.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm cutting the t-shirt and like just unbuttoning and pulling off the jeans.
That's
Fixing
awkward.
jeans is just harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there
Yeah.
anything else on the body? Like,
Is there? You guys tell me.
I think there's a. I
we
think
talked
there's
about
a.
weird plants. Maybe there's some
Ooh, yeah.
kelp or something kind of tangled around them.
Under the t-shirt, I tear it off and like there's this weird kelp that's kind of what's that rock that I'm thinking of that I think might be a metal? It starts with the B.
You can give more details.
It looks weird and like square.
Basalt, is it columnar basalt?
Bismuth.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It's like kelp, but bismuth-ish.
Yeah.
In color? Color and
Bismuth is
kind of iridescence?
in color and iridescence, yeah.
Nice, okay.
Also, guys, look at your moves.
Yeah, definitely. Here's this thing. Let's use the mechanics of this system.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. So yeah, I'm gonna all right, so I took off the jeans first and I found nothing of interest.
Yes.
And then I cut off the t-shirt and there's this weird bismuth kelp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eric, bismuth is dope as fuck. And it's like, well, that's new right there. That's I've never, huh? Tawny, I don't know. Do you know the ocean? Is this a normal thing?
I don't go out there that much.
Hmm.
You know, it's there, and it's not back
Sure.
there. But I don't do so well with open water.
Yeah, I know how cats do. And in my brain, in Knott's brain, what Knotts is thinking right now is, help me tug this off of them. I'm using my move, treat someone like a project instead of a person, and the project is, wonder what happens to Tawny if I get them to touch this weird kelp.
All right, that's freaky and weird. Take a token. Yeah.
All right.
I don't wanna touch this.
And I will take action, leaving myself vulnerable, and grab that kelp. Try to untangle it.
What happens?
I think okay, so bismuth looks like a rock that grows, you know?
Yeah.
Because of how the squares work and stuff. And I think what happens immediately is that like Tawny gets her hands on this kelp, like on an end of this kelp, and like it jerks, like not jerks, that's the wrong word. It starts to like try and grow.
Yeah.
Like
Kid,
onto Link.
you're playing the Earth itself, right?
Yes.
I think this may be a time to invoke that. You want to describe weather, mutations, beast, or the natural worlds.
This seems like at least one of those.
Yeah. This is some kind of mutation.
Excuse me. I burped. Yeah, this is so yeah, this is somewhere between like bismuth is a rock and coral is not, but like coral is a weird thing that's not really a plant, but it grows.
Mm-hmm.
And like what was this is like the weird like triple love child of like kelp, bismuth, and coral.
Yes.
And
look at your setting element moves.
Setting element moves. Abruptly storm. Leave something wounded. That is the thing. Yep.
My beautiful arms.
Those biceps.
They're so jacked.
What happens is this thing. It if we had done this on the beach, this would have gone way worse. But as it stands, it goes exactly. It grows its way like up your right arm, and then like starts to like tries to like dig into the flesh up in the bicep, and like, yo, that hurts. When things go into your meats, that hurts.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do whatever I can to kind of stop it, rip it, get it off me. What the fuck?
And yeah. And I think not to play Eric the Ghost for you, Sam, but I think Eric might like grab a power tool or something.
Yeah, and just like chuck it at you. It's just like I don't know what it is.
Like
it's vibrating. It's vibrating. It's not something from the other side.
Right. It's something that vibrates.
And also is a tool.
It's a chainsaw.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a chainsaw that was going to be converted. The engine was going to be attached to something else, but actually, I like a sander way better, Eric.
Okay. Oh no, yeah, okay. So Eric the Ghost chucks that at you.
Eric the Ghost chucks the sander. And I'm like,
belt sander, orbital sander.
Orbital.
Is it a circle or a rectangle?
Circle. It's a
okay,
circle.
it's an orbital sander. Okay. Right.
And like pull like this gas cord, because this is a gas powered sander.
Sure.
Just straight at the thing. Just like whatever
you
noise a sander
sanding
makes.
this thing off of my buff arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
Is that what Tawny says in character?
Yeah, but like louder.
More distressed.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And yeah, we sand that thing off because it grows fast for plant, but not like it didn't get deep in there. It's bad. This is bad. It's a bad situation, but it's not the worst situation.
Yeah. All right. Is that the scene?
I think scene is like Eric the Ghost dropping a tarp over the corpse.
Yes. A very expensive tarp.
Tawny throws your sander on the floor.
I even hailed the cloud of bismuth kelp coral dust. Damn you, Roger.
I hate the ocean.
That's definitely seen.
All right. All right, let's take another break and then solve this bismuth ghost murder puzzle. We'll see you in probably like 5 minutes. Who knows? We may not come back at all. No, we'll be back. Yes. 5.
We could die.
Oh my god, Eric, take us to break. Okay, we're back with the final 50 or so minutes of our game of Dream Askew. We've got a faceless dead body with weird bismuth coral that wants to spread from body to body. We've got some horrible psychic trauma in the maelstrom that totally overloaded our iris and caused her to spill over. Her cup runneth over. We've got a ghost named Eric. After I don't know, some like nerd we all know. And I was saying on the break before I fucked up to get some more tea. Oh my god, this is so much freaking talking. That I think that the next scene should be like Tawny and Pity questioning people. The large jacked gang leader and the creepy psychic, the unnerving individual going around town. Who brought this up? Did Tawny go to Pity, or did Pity just like show up in Tawny's bedroom one day, standing over her bed, making uncomfortable eye contact, and say, "Get in, loser, we're going investigating"? I think it's the latter.
I like the latter. I feel like, Tawny and Knots kind of tried to figure some things out, but then it got like too weird for Tawny, so she kind of like stepped out for a little bit, was like, whatever, I'll let him deal with those parts and just kind of keep things cool elsewhere. And then
Pity walks in.
Showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we're out on the
prowl.
The promenade.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking that like maybe there's an abandoned, let's go real anachronistic. Let's say an abandoned Walden Books. Maybe Walden Books came back. And it's like been converted to like this public reading room with books from other enclaves. This reading room / lending library. And we're going around there because it's popping off at, I don't know, during noon siesta.
Yeah, and I maybe have tapped a couple of like trustworthy members of my gang to go around and just kind of keep an eye out on the shore, maybe look out for suspicious stuff. I am like want to kind of ask both of you, I guess, are they doing it? Are they like skipping off and just kind of going and hanging out by the rock statue, or how diligently are they following this order?
I think they're following it pretty diligently. Like, these are your trusted members, and it's not like you are a gang that beats people up. You're a gang that gets people out and delivers medical supplies. So I think you've got some true believers. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I'm picturing this as like a place that still has functional computers.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe nasty old IBM machines and those transparent iMacs from the early 2000s that we all had in our classrooms, unless there's garbage Gen Zers watching this, in which case, let me tell you something. Anyway, I think those are still working in the post-apocalypse. So, like, there are people browsing those. I don't know, what are we doing? I think that Pity is just going around low-key skimming surface memories. What's Tawny up to?
Probably trying to keep Pity from freaking people out too much.
Yeah.
Maybe just kind of generally nudging people, seeing, if they've like been out to shore or anything.
Here's the thing I noticed. Okay, so your one key relationship is the Wasteland Biker Pack, who I have an uneasy truce with. One of my relationships is a Wasteland mercenary who makes use of my talents.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they love books.
Yes, kid, do you want to be a wasteland mercenary who makes use of...
Who makes use of books? Yeah, I'll
Yes.
be a librarian.
Yeah. Maybe you're like... Maybe this is like a wasteland bookmobile biker gang.
Who just really needs psychic assistance.
Yeah.
I want to read this book for the first time again. Help me out.
Seriously, that's a valid use of Pity's powers.
There are only like so many books left.
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
It's the reverse of that Twilight Zone episode.
So super nerdy wasteland mercenary with a bookmobile.
Yes, and like a gang of bikers protecting the convoy of bookmobiles. Anyway, I think I spot them and I make a beeline over to them. Kid, what does this mercenary look like?
2 seconds. Okay, so
There we go.
all right, there's tape holding together the bridge now. Wow, I super cannot see. Don't wear your prescription twice, kids. Woo. Yeah, no, but like there's tape holding down the middle. They're like little and skinny and like short, 5'2".
Yeah.
Like wearing like permanently wearing like a backpack like what you had in middle school that was full of too many textbooks.
Yeah. A Jansport.
Yeah, Jansport.
It's a Jansport.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got pockets. Oh my god, it hits pockets.
There's just like rocks and teeth in the pockets.
Teeth? Sure.
You know, you pick up like pebbles.
Yeah. Pity like gives this biker a handful of teeth as a hello and says, I need your memories.
Sure. What of? Oh.
Have you seen Bodies in the Wastes? Let me see your memories.
Trying to fit the teeth in there.
What's Tawny doing?
Tawny is deeply upset that we're dealing with her rival on the wastelands. And I'm trying to think about why that rivalry exists.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people need paper to burn things. Start a fire.
Yeah.
It's like
maybe they tried to horn it on your market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a glaring through like really thick lenses.
Ew.
Okay. Let's take it upstairs.
No, right here.
No, there's an empty table I can lie down on.
Yeah, no, here's fine, I think.
You, pointing slightly to the left of where you are. You, don't listen. Upstairs, and you can go ahead and just like start on it, like mid-sentence, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what she does. And I like it if all of our brains, yes, exactly like that. I like if all of our brains are slightly open to each other now. So somewhere like in the middle of an operation, Knots drops a scalpel. They're also feeling.
I'm taking these off.
The ghost catches the scalpel.
Okay. I'm going to spend my token to
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to abruptly call forth the world's psychic maelstrom or use my psychic gifts with artful precision.
Those both sound great in very different ways.
Yes. Yeah. Do I want to do the chaotic thing or do I want to do the useful thing?
What would Pity want?
Who's ever heard of a useful gay?
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know what that song is. Oh, yes, it is.
Europe, yeah. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, I think that she just busts it open,
Please.
and like Tawny, you feel it. It's like you're right there, poking through this scavenger's memory. What does she find, kid?
Oh, it's not strictly. It's like not an enclave. It's like it's like a camp. I want to say.
Yeah, just like yeah.
Yeah, traveling traveling group of mutants, I think.
Yeah.
Is the closest thing. And like they were traveling up coast of here. Somewhere near I was gonna say Sam Goody. That's not a bookstore. Which is where this nerd was looking. Man, it's like it's one of those. It's like an abandoned Barnes and Noble, not Barnes and Noble. It's an abandoned Borders.
Oh, we're really throwing it back.
Oh yeah, we're really throwing it back. This building never got bought up by anyone else. It never got turned in it. You can still see like the outline where like the Borders sign used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they were like camping out in there, and like they've got like a couple of vans and a motorcycle outside, and like
our wasteland mercenary, our wasteland book biker, like found these people, found this enclave of mutants, and maybe we get like an image just swimming up in this in our mercenary's mind of just like a person wearing, the leader of them wearing the same clothes that our weird coral friend was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that like having gotten what she wants, Pity withdraws. And I think that everybody just witnessed that, and some people walk up like, yo, what the hell? You can't just do that in the middle of everything. What's Tawny doing? Like a couple of people come over feeling belligerent. What's Tawny doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna calm them down and just like, hey, no, listen, it's okay. You know, I've had a talk with her. She promised that she's not gonna do that in public again. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's promising something I can't possibly deliver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, she's definitely gonna do that in public again.
Yeah. Listen, I know it's a dire circumstance. We're talking it out. Never again. Promise. You can count on me.
Pity like does her best to look convincing. It's not convincing at all. Yeah. Like does like a
right, one of those.
But did you get anything? Except the void.
Well, I mean, always the void.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pity is the void.
Mm-hmm. How's our
yeah. How's a mercenary?
How are they handling this?
Fall on floor, fall onto face, glasses rebroken. You know how hard it is to get tape?
I know someone who can fix those. Anyway, there's mutants up north. You saw it too. I know you did. Don't pretend.
All right. Listen, and I'm gonna turn to the mercenary. Push his glasses out of the way. You found them. Did they say anything? Have they been working with you?
I can just find that out.
No. I don't like you either now.
You like me. I'm useful. I know where the books are.
They were in the borders. They didn't kick me out. They just said don't touch our stuff. I could take whatever books I wanted. They said soon enough they wouldn't be able to be reading anything anyway. So,
Is it a disease? Did they look diseased? The ones I saw didn't look diseased.
You gotta tell us if they look diseased.
like
I can just find that out.
does that thing where you're like building up a loogie and like spits? Like, they're mutants. They all look diseased.
That's racist. No, I'm kidding.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, fantasy racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glasses sucks.
Did they say anything about coming out here? The ocean? Anything?
I asked them where they were headed next. Told them they should head further north. You know, nothing good down south. No need them around. And they just pointed into the sea.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They're telling the truth.
Hmm.
They're not lying. Piggy doesn't actually know if they're lying or not. She just does that sometimes so that people think she can tell whether they're lying or not.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Pity seems great.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we should probably grab Knots, tell him to stop trying to match that body up with the customer.
That's probably a good idea. We can just let them go a little longer with the body.
I mean, should they?
Has it ever hurt anything?
Tawny thinks about this because it's kind of a philosophical question, I guess.
Last you saw Knots was just trying to work out a way to get at the kelp without dying.
All right, I think that's the scene.
I think so.
I think we should go back to the workshop.
I like my workshop. My workshop is nice.
Yeah, I think maybe we're in the performance space this time.
Mm-hmm.
Watching. Okay, can I tell a quick anecdote? Okay, so I was watching a performance, a student performance of Mozart's The Magic Flute with my great aunt Kathy, who's 70 years old. And we got to a point, it's a weird fucking opera. We got to a point where my Aunt Kathy was like, okay, now there's going to be a lot of Masonic imagery right now. But actually what happened was a bunch of people in black turtlenecks and pants came out and started simulating sex on stage.
Mm-hmm.
While a wind ensemble played in the background, because that's what this was scored to. Anyway, I feel like that's what's happening right now. That's opera.
All right, so you said a magic flute.
Yes!
And I had an immediate thought.
Yes. I don't get it.
So okay. So let's say we're gonna become a little risque now.
Yes.
Briefly. What if there was a penis that, when stimulated, created music?
Isn't that just the plot of The Music Man?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
more or less confident that that's true.
I think one of the two people involved in that act is the beautiful boy.
All right.
I don't know if it's the one with the magical musical dick or not.
Tawny looks up at Knots and goes, "That's weird. Did you do that?"
I'm wiping away a tear. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I don't. I think God made that.
No, I mean the and she like points. She like walks into the middle of the performance and like points at it. I mean that. It's playing the ice cream truck music. Did you do that?
I did provide sheet music. I didn't do that part.
Man,
Okay.
I remember ice cream trucks.
We all sigh a little.
Can we shut the door? This seems like they gotta
No,
they gotta
keep
do that.
watching. This is weird.
All right, it's your workshop, man.
So what's up?
I ripped somebody's brain open in public and found out that there were mutants up north and they're walking into the ocean. Tony,
Wait.
what's the thing that you found out while Pity was busy being Pity?
Well, here's the thing. I have some thoughts, but I am technically playing the digital realm. So, is it out of line for me to have some input into this in a scenario where my character would have been the one to interact with that device? Because you set it up pretty well.
Yeah, or you have an idea about how digitization shaped this environment. What does the digital realm want again?
Shared knowledge and trafficked secrets. It was more the fact that you mentioned that there were still some functioning computers and things in the bookstore.
Some of them classic IMAX.
Yes. Fuck it, go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
So let's see, tips. Moves, reveal something to be broken, let the technology speak in turn, introduce a glitch, give someone tips, and there's also tips, which are describe sketchy, patchwork ways that people gain access to the digital realm after infrastructure collapses. Give some people a reason to hate, fear, or mythologize the digital realm. Ask compelling questions that build on the answers that others give. Yeah, maybe this is just a flashback to like Tawny and Knots, like also at the bookshop, away from Pity, working on the iMac. So yeah.
Yes, I'm looking at moves here.
Let the technology speak in turn is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're looking into this. We're trying to figure out weird ocean stuff because the body wasn't helping much. And
I mean, arguably it helped a little bit too much. And she like points to both your heads. Did you feel it when I opened up? She like peers really close to you. Did you feel it when I opened that up? She's talking about
what that was?
Yeah.
There was a bookstore?
Yeah.
I don't. That's not supposed to happen.
Well, I guess it does now. Anyway, what'd you guys find out?
Well, sorry. Is this scene that you're proposing happening before the confrontation at the bookstore?
I think like after, just like a quick like what you guys were doing on the iMac.
Yeah. So I got to thinking about why they were heading out into the ocean, and I started, we kind of tried to look up some information about what used to be out there and what, old articles from when people actually wrote about stuff happening in the ocean.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, and I remembered how IRC chat works. So that was a big moment for me. It had been a really long time. I was trying to get in touch with somebody at one of the other enclaves, and then everything broke. But in like a really pretty way. Like I thought I had connected with somebody, and then it was. I imagine there are probably still a couple of little like shards of this bismuth like kelp in her arms. It's kind of like it was like that, but on a screen and not just like you punched a screen because you were mad at it. And
Have you done that before? That seems like the kind of thing you would do.
that's old me did a lot of things. But yeah, so tried to get in touch with somebody else about cults or weird mutant stuff, and then the computer started bleeding colors, and I left, and Knots left, and I think we broke a computer. But you've got a weird orb, so fair.
Oh my god, what's the weird orb doing?
The warb.
The warb. What's the warb doing right now?
What color is the warb?
You can't remember until you look at it. Right now it's blue.
Mm-hmm. Knots goes up. Knots picks up the orb and like just hurls it at Tawny. And
I catch it, I guess.
That's my orb.
I did the thing again.
You did. You sure did.
I'm here. I'm treating someone like a project, and it's Tawny again. I want to see.
No.
I want to see if the orb does a thing, and it just.
Damn these perfect reflexes.
It changes into several colors, but is not in fact dangerous.
Give me my orb.
Take it.
It's doing a thing with the stuff.
I don't want it to do a thing with the stuff.
It's not ideal, but it's what's happening.
Okay.
I'm looking at my weak moves.
Look at those moves.
I don't have anything. I think she's just gonna I'm gonna do one of my regular moves, which is stare into someone's eyes without blinking, and she's going to look at Knots without blinking for 3 minutes straight. Very offended that you threw the orb. That's all. That's really all that's happening with her right now.
Okay.
You guys can do about your business, but she's
staring into my eyes. Okay, so
I believe I'm just playing Spider right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, when she snaps out of that, I think it's a very uncomfortable several minutes of silence too. When she snaps out of that, she's like, "We should go find the mutants."
I want to point out that it's not silence. We have the blowjob musical happening over there.
And weird.
Oh, was there a beach happening? Is that what I was meant to understand?
Yes. That was the magic of the flute.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's muffled and surrounded by club music.
Yeah. Yes. The 12-minute extended mix, if you will.
I won't. Thank you.
Yeah. We need to find these mutants. What are we going to do with them?
Eric, I love you. Yeah.
Eric, what did Eric do?
Don't worry about it.
What did Eric do? I'm just going to watch the VOD afterward.
So, yeah. All right, so I'm just staring at things, and it's like, all right, pointing with scalpel. Dead, faceless body. Mutants. Orb. Orb changes color to kelp. Then I'm pointing over at the blowjob. That's unrelated.
I was going to say, that doesn't have any, clutching her orb close like it's a baby. That has nothing to do with anything.
Would it just do that with all kinds of things?
Well, it was blue a second ago. It changed color when I tossed it to you when it got close. I'm gonna snatch the orb out of your hands.
No.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna snatch it and I'm gonna move it close to the corpse. I think when we got it away from Tawny, it went back to like being, I don't know, red or something.
Well, you don't remember until you look at it. Yeah, I think it just like goes insane. It goes wild.
Tell me more about how the corpse reacts to not broken shards of kelp.
The corpse? Or
the
orb?
The orb.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I think the corpse like does a full body twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah. I think the orb just like goes trashy millennial galaxy prints.
Right.
Yeah. Or like no, remember Men in Black? Like the Orion's belt?
The marble, yeah.
Yeah, the marble. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what it does. It becomes like actual stars inside. And it hurts a little bit to look at. And Pity, I feel like the end of this scene is like Pity snatching her orb back and going out into the performance space and just like holding it next to the performance of the magic flute that's happening to see if anything happens there. It doesn't. It's fine, actually. Anyway.
Not super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the beautiful boy makes like long eye contact with you. Like, is she with you?
Have you know how it is when your friends go and interact with your crush?
It's really bad. It's bad. Yeah. So I think we have time to like. Okay, so we have an orb. We have weird bismuth, kelp coral. We have mutants who are going to walk into the ocean.
Who soon won't be able to read.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have the limitless possibilities of queer sex.
I think we just saw some of that.
Yeah. The magic flute. Good job, Knots. Good job. You did that. I think this is just like us finding these mutants. I don't know, how do we do that?
Does Knots have a vehicle? No, not. It's not precluded, but
not precluded. I could have a broken vehicle and then all the parts to fix that broken vehicle because I have three tokens.
Oh well, Tony's gang probably has a couple of old vans and stuff still.
Yeah,
that's also good. I like that. Let's borrow from your gang.
Yeah, I mean it is. I feel like it's like a wood paneled SUV.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's the first van. It was like hers pre coming to the enclave. It's the first like, get your stuff, get your things, whatever. We're shipping out. We're gonna get out of this dumb city. And it's in the years since then, it's largely been just kind of like parked outside the safe house as just like a little like stationary office space kind of thing. But with Knots' help, we can get it fixed up.
Yeah, something that's not known for being part of your gang's fleet of vehicles.
It's not taken away from what they need to do what they do.
Yeah. So like we montage through that. Pity's just sitting on the roof of the van, communing with the machine, or like trying to like orb in her lap. And I think she just like stays on the roof of the van, like on what's the rack on top of a car called? The luggage.
I think it's just the rack, or luggage rack. Yeah. Yeah,
she's just like holding onto the luggage rack as this thing goes at I don't know how fast it can go, like 40 miles an hour. I also feel like this is time for somebody to pick up the outlying gangs.
The outlying gangs. All right, that's on the same page.
Someone wanders the wastelands, takes a major road of trespasses. Like maybe maybe it's I have opened my brain to the psychic maelstrom and dragged you guys along with me, and I'm like your GPS on the roof, except I'm broadcasting.
So do you know what one of the things the outlying gangs want is? Mutant blood?
Yeah.
And the smell of fear.
Yeah.
What about home-cooked meals?
No, that's your gang. Your gang wants the home-cooked meal.
Okay.
That's why it's part of an enclave.
Why not both? But Pete, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say on behalf of the digital realm, if Pity is kind of putting feelers out and sort of communing with the van, you may also be getting periodic just little like spikes from the radio. Just sort of this radio technology kind of responding in turn to your psychic energy. So you're just getting weird little blips of words and phrases and things. It's sort of maybe like Ghost Adventure style, where it's just like, yeah, the ghost totally said fuck. But in this case, it's more like you're getting maybe what could be directions.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Or it's also like intermingled in there is like ham radio. Just like ham radio operators of the post-apocalypse broadcasting weather reports and ocean headings.
Yeah, so you have this merged psychic and technological kind of sense of what's going on in the world. On top of
a wood-paneled station wagon going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Important question. Who's the gay who drives here? It's Tawny. Tawny's the gay who drives.
Yeah, this is her baby. She's driving.
Yeah. All right. So we get that long shot. Do we want to pick up the outlying gangs, or do we just want to go to the mutants?
I think the outlying gangs might be where the mutants are at.
Ooh.
Keep going.
They want to do a violence to the. Oh man, is Book Boy related to the outlying gangs? Is that where he's picked up his racist ideologies? That's why he hates mutants. He spent too much time with these gangs.
I feel like another important question is, what are mutants? What makes someone a mutant? Why are these people mutants and Pity's not a mutant?
Pity's not a mutant. Pity's not a mutant. I think what makes people mutants is just looking more like a mutant, having not missing a face. That part's new, but there's scales, or there's feathers, there's eyes that glow in the dark. It's just things that are way easier to pick out than that person over there who acts weird, and then sometimes someone in front of them faints while they stare at them a lot.
Yeah.
Really intensely, yeah.
Are we thinking old-timey comic book nuclear waste mutants, or some... Because if Pity is not one, then it's potentially not caused by the psychic maelstrom. But is there something else that's having physical impacts on the landscape?
Or maybe they are all like Tawny. Maybe they're just like I love hive minds. I'm sorry, I love psychic hive minds. Maybe they're like Tawny, but more, and with physics. Maybe they just live with their brains permanently blown open, permanently galaxy brained.
Yeah, I know you didn't want to do racial tensions, but this kind of went there, which is
no, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah,
this is Tawny and the mutants are the same thing, but they can't see it on Tawny.
You mean Pity?
Pity. Thank you.
Yes.
There's a lot of nouns.
Yeah.
I don't think Tawny is literally a tiger.
No.
Just
So that would change the context of everything here.
That is absolutely how I've been picturing Tawny this entire time, though. I know it's not.
Shit. Anyway, no, I think that the difference between Pity and the mutants is that Pity has something that I don't have, which is passing privilege, and she can close herself off. Mutants not. And it's painful to be around normal people because their brains are very loud. But if you're around people who are like you, then it's better. It's better because where there's no privacy, like nobody has privacy, and you know how to manage that. I'm explaining this badly. Is this making sense to you guys?
No, yeah, everybody kind of like.
There are rules. There are rules.
Learn the same rules of navigating social situations where everybody kind of knows and accepts that they are sharing those experiences.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, God. Yeah. So yeah, and like I think the problem with these mutants, which is what Pity picks up. I keep messing it up too. Pity picks up on top of the car as you guys get closer, as the maelstrom guides you closer, is that like these social norms are breaking down, and it's gotten so bad that they've decided as a community to end themselves. Yeah. Also something with like weird Celt bismuth. Maybe the Celt bismuth was a way to, was at first like some kind of psychic blocker, some kind of way to control what their brains were doing, and it stopped working. What the fuck is up the face? I don't know. Mysteries of the psychic maelstrom. Anyway, how do we find them? As like Tawny, whose brain is open to yours, communicates this to you. How do we find this group of mutants, guys?
Did you say that you think the gangs are there?
I think the gangs are headed there, at least.
Okay.
What if we pick up like gang ham radio chatter?
Yeah. So we're like, we see us like winding down the ruined highway. Actually, maybe the highways got through fine. We're like going down the highway, the cracked highway.
The highway is significantly nicer than it is currently.
Yes. There's like huge stands of Japanese knotweed to get around, but otherwise it's fine. And like it's a race against time to get to these mutants before the gangs do. Because like these mutants have started broadcasting their location. Anyway, you guys go. I'm talking too much.
No, it's all good. And Pity is sharing all of this, and including kind of like the really heavy stuff about what the mutants are dealing with, along with the sort of logistical, here's where stuff is going to happen. So I have a strong move, and I think in this situation, in this van, Pity and Knots are my gang. So folks will accept that definition. I could spend a token and lead us into battle or confrontation, and just kind of tell Pity to hang on and floor it and roll up on these gangs outside of this hiding spot where the mutants are.
Time to show up just in the nick of time.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna fuck some shit up. What are we gonna do?
I'm not gonna hit them with my van because they're probably gonna ding up the van, but I'm gonna like drift in all cool like
in your wood paneled station wagon, please remember.
Yeah. Like laying on the horn, and I mean Pity's up top. Are you gonna do anything intimidating?
I'm looking. Shared dreams, memory harvesting, slender weapon, carefully concealed. I'm gonna do the weak move. Yeah, I think I'm going to like try and target their leaders to like start pulling memories out of them at random, but I think I'm going to lose control of it again. Just because we're so close to so many mutants whose brains are so open that there's so much psychic instability in the area because of those mutants. So like I start pulling lots and lots of memories, and like it's like a psychic mosquito drinking too much blood. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's bad and weird. And because you guys are sort of slightly in a hive mind with me. Oh god, you guys are mutants now too.
You did that.
I did that. Sorry, guys.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, we're fine. We're working through it.
It's what we learned all along. It's a condition, not a immutable state.
Maybe the real mutants were the friends we made along the way. Mm-hmm. Anyway, what's Knots doing?
Like taping, like you see Knots in the back of the station wagon taping a bunch of shit together, like there's wires and shit. And it's like, oh, Knots is building like a pipe bomb.
You didn't just have it. You just like had the part. You just like threw some parts in the back seat.
Did we bring the orb?
Yep. The orb. I don't think the orb explodes, but the orb is somewhere.
No one's getting my orb.
Precious orb.
Pity has the orb up top on the luggage rack. Yeah. I'm using my strong move. Have everything required to fix or make a thing right away with no compromises or sacrifices.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
like
a beautiful pipe bomb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you toss it. Do we kill anybody? Did we kill somebody?
I think we've overturned a vehicle at least.
Yeah.
You know, it's action movie. It's like flipping, and we don't see any bodies, but
like we know.
Yeah.
People.
I can see their parachutes. They're fine. Do you think something similar happens because you've kind of lost control with the psychic maelstrom again to these gang members? Like, are they also feeling some of the feedback? Because the maelstrom is, it craves revelation and intimacy. So
are we feeling them as they die?
Yeah.
I mean, or are they getting kind of like, are they getting a sense of the more psychic abilities and the mutants? Are they feeling all that feedback and having to confront other people's feelings and also having a car flip and cool stuff happen?
Yeah, I think that like Pity losing control of what she's trying to do and the car flip and the big boom noise. They're mad pussy though. So like they just this is not worth it. This is not worth it. Also, the orb is singing in Pity's lap. It's singing.
Yep. I like this orb.
Yeah.
Good orb.
It's the immigrant song.
Mm-hmm. We do probably kill a couple people.
Yeah, probably. Okay. It's fine. That's how gangs do. We're a gang now.
Oh God, we're great. All right.
We're a gang. We're in the mystery machine.
Oh no.
Yeah, that happened.
No. That's where I draw the line. I'm kidding. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so we've done that, and like I slowly get myself back under control once there's nothing for me to feed on anymore. I'm just laying on top of the van with like one like weirdly long-fingered hand flopped over the side for you guys to see. What are you guys doing after this fight?
I'll stop the car and get out and kind of just like lean against it, brush myself off, and just kind of pat Pity's arm a little bit,
I'm retching in the back of the station wagon.
Oh, geez.
That's never gonna come out of the upholstery.
Well,
I'll get you.
Pity says that. Pity says that because Pity says that because she also feels the retching sensation. Like she's not retching, but she knows that Knots is retching. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
and I guess
you get
our
to
next
feel that.
feel the vomit.
Yeah.
And I think
Other rejected Skittles taglines. Yeah. Okay. What next?
do you think we got there without hurting any of the mutants? Were they kind of still ensconced safely in their hideout?
Yeah. Like it was, we drift. We should establish earlier. Whatever. We drifted between their little group of tents, at the cliff face, at the cliff's edge. Are there cliffs in California, kid?
There's mountains. There's
what are cliffs?
I feel like if you go far north enough, but I'm not sure if they're near the ocean.
Whatever, there's cliffs.
Shores?
There's cliffs. Fuck it. The Earth wants terrible awe and new forms. There's cliffs now.
There's cliffs now. They just bust it out. They just yeah. It's basin and range formation. Anyway, so yeah, I think, huh?
The cliffs are bismuth.
Oh yes. Maybe we see what? Someone whispered something, but I wasn't looking at Sue. Okay. Yeah, I think as we see this, Pity rolls off the top of the van and knows that Tawny's going to catch her.
She does. Exactly.
That's why Pity did it. And she gets on her feet and as we walk to the edge of the cliff face, our feet, Pity's bare feet, I'm assuming Tawny and Knots are wearing boots or shoes or Converse or tasteful and elegant flats.
Breathable running shoes.
Vans.
Yeezys. Are kicking up the dust, and yes, it's just that bismuth rock underneath, and it's glowing. And I feel it's sort of rising in a rippling wave behind us, it's hurting us toward the mutants.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I just described a bad thing. What are we doing? I just talked a lot. What are we doing?
We're gonna go to the mutants. We're gonna talk to these mutants.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the kind of work that would be before us that I don't know if we would necessarily solve it here even would be, we heard you. We know that you're planning to go and kind of throw yourselves out to whatever's in the ocean because it's so hard to be around other people. But we just beat up a bunch of people who suck. And maybe there's other places for you that aren't dying in the ocean. I don't know. Also, this rock is weird.
I feel these people don't talk anymore. If they were to open their mouths, all the sounds they could produce are croaks because they don't need to talk. So Pity is acting as a sort of psychic antenna to give you their thoughts, because I guess she can do that to you now.
You're our interpreter.
Yes, yeah. I'm your communication BitTorrent. I don't know, kids. What do they say?
They say.
As one.
Yeah, no, it's a couple dozen voices just all speaking at once. It's our minds. They're just they don't have any hope. They're just like, there is no solution for us. There's nothing else. This is all too much. And then like they gesture at like this flipped over van, like the world does not want us, and we do not want the world. And like they all like turn to face the ocean.
How many of them are there? A dozen?
Yeah, I'm imagining maybe a couple dozen.
Okay, so like a group of 30 people. Like maybe there's like elderly people. Maybe there's, oh no, I don't do kids. Maybe there's, teens with their whole lives ahead of them. Well, we've just written ourselves into a pickle.
This is a bad spot.
This is a bad spot.
Yep.
Yeah, because I feel like Tawny's argument would be, fuck it. I've met lots of people who thought the world didn't want them, and maybe for some of them that was true, but that's what the van's for.
Yeah.
Wait, is that to drive away or to drive into the people?
No, to get people out, get people where, we can build a place where we're wanted.
Yeah.
What if they can build in the sea?
One of the Tiger's regular moves is attempt to recruit someone into your service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I feel like I don't know if that would maybe have been like. I don't think that would necessarily have counted as like reveal vulnerability, making that appeal. But yeah, I think trying to recruit somebody. It's hard because they're all kind of speaking as one, so I don't even know who she would approach, or just kind of like try to talk to all of them at once. Like, hey, there's lots of people who feel that way, and we're out by the ocean. You know how to get there. Obviously, bring some people out and stay.
Oh, Pete, could you repeat that? Like a question.
Oh no! Oh goodness gracious!
Yeah, what would you say?
Appeal to the mutants as an entity for recruiting was like essentially, you know how it feels to not be wanted. You know how to get to the ocean. There's a place out by it where, we're trying to build something. Help us bring people there who need it.
Also, okay, so I'm looking at moves. Kid, you've got several tokens. I have one token. One of your strong moves, Kid, is ease somebody's pain. And one of my strong moves is use your psychic gifts with artful precision. Are we looking for a tag team maneuver here? Kid, you muted yourself.
We can meet in the middle. That's the name. That's the DIY. That's DIY's. That's DIY's tag team finisher. That do it yourself. This is a sign.
Yeah.
DIY was a tag team.
Don't worry about it. It's wrestling.
Ease somebody's pain and do this thing.
And psychic gifts with artful precision. So like maybe like as Tawny is speaking, we like Pity is using her psychic gifts to like be reassuring. And I feel like a lot of Knotz's work is just like the worst therapist in the world, but still someone you come to with your bodily insecurities.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like your despair. So yeah, like what's Knott's doing to ease their pain through Pity's psychic gifts?
Like Knots is thinking about like the about dick music again, and how like you can close the door because there's sound dampening in the workspace, and like suddenly dick music is like way softer.
Mm-hmm.
And, like trying to like help like mentally erect some like sound.
As it were.
That wasn't on purpose. Yeah, no, like, hey, this is psychic bullshit. Like, what if the answer is just thinking really hard and like just like mentally putting up being able to like via the power of your powers and my whatever shitty therapy, it's like, yo, here's your mind palace, here's the soundproofing on your brain.
Yeah, and like I feel like it's a temporary measure that I'm sorry, I forgot a character's name, that Pity and Knots are doing for them, but working in concert, it's enough to like ease their pain for the time being.
It's what we have right now, and
It's
maybe
what we've got. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they let Tawny get close enough, she's gonna put her cool leather jacket around one of them. Just like, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Is that the new gang leader?
The new lieutenant.
Yeah.
Giving something away is one of my moves as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's rad.
Maybe it's like just like a really tiny teenage girl, and like the jacket absolutely like engulfs her. And
yes.
Yeah. And I don't know, we take the first load back to our nameless enclave. And I think that's it. I think that's just like us riding into the sunset, like promising that we'll come back for the rest of them and 100% meaning it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's the game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Can't fix everything in one session, but you can commit to trying.
Yeah. All right. Whew. Cool. Okay, so let's take a minute. Let's process that ending.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go into the book club portion of the evening. Eric always finds that funny. I'm not fucking wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. That's right, Eric. I've never been wrong in my entire life. Kid would argue, but Kid is frequently wrong. So yes. So Peep, at the end of this, we just like talk about what happened, and there's a list of questions that Eric has prepared for us that I like to ask. Okay, so number 1, what did you like?
About just the system as a whole,
just like in general, like what did you like about what we just did?
I was going in pretty intimidated by how kind of open-ended it was. I'm used to playing systems with more structure, but I really enjoyed the collaboration and kind of building the world together and being able to bounce those things off each other. And I think a lot of the archetypes that are presented in here, I think there are some really great open-ended character attributes that sort of the game invites you to interpret them as you will.
Yeah, that's cool. You're not locked into something. Someone else is going to play an extremely different Iris from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to find out, are you calculating, rash, or opportunistic? None of the above, but somebody might be playing a nasty calculating Iris instead of just like a weird one. Kid, what did you like?
I liked you know me, I love an open-ended game where we just get to talk some bullshit, and then that bullshit becomes important and like tragic later.
Yeah.
I love tragedy, it turns out.
Oh, I know you do. Yeah. I know you do good. Peep, I posted like the list of questions in the Zoom chat. There's 4 questions. I like this a lot. not gonna lie, like the first time I saw this game come up, I think it was before the Kickstarter. I super didn't back the Kickstarter because I'm broke. I think I said that. So this is the playtest version that I'm drawing from. Maybe the final version's different. I don't fucking know. So like at first I saw this and I was like, I'm super not interested in this, like at all. Like at all. But then I read Dream Apart, which is the Jewish shtetl version of this. I know you're Jewish, right? You're Jewish. That hasn't
I'm not
changed.
actually. No.
Really?
No.
Really?
Really?
I thought you were.
Nope.
Okay. Why did I think you were Jewish?
No, I went to like a Jewish summer camp, so.
Okay, maybe I'm like conflating you with both Pell and Linden. Anyway,
Probably.
like it. Yeah. Wow, that's a combination. The purest person we know, and the anyway, which is the Jewish shtetl version, where like and you play as the scholar, the soldier, the matchmaker, the yenta. And like the setting elements you play as are, the texts and traditions, gossip and rumor. Anyway, so I read that and I'm like, okay, maybe I should fucks with the original. I read the original. So yeah, like I really liked everything about this now that I've given it a chance and played it. Like I liked it when I read it finally for realsies, but now I extra like a lot about it. I like the character creation especially. I love character creation in general. I don't know if you could tell. Anyway, next question. What worked and what didn't? I feel like we had a hard time with the setting.
A little bit, yeah. That was like figure out, hey, what does the Earth or the internet want?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Some of it could just be the constraints of time for, 1 3-hour session.
Yeah.
Of which 2 were gameplay. There's only 6 setting elements, but I think in a longer campaign, maybe a few sessions or something, you would have a more organic opportunity to introduce everything and really explore it.
Yeah. And I think we were a little about when to bring them up, but I think we did fine, especially like when the psychic maelstrom came up originally. Yeah.
It didn't suck.
Yeah.
It happened, and we were able to run with it.
Yeah, we rolled with it. What did work? Lots of things, I think.
I think we were. Oh, go ahead.
A lot of like Apocalypse World, powered by the Apocalypse systems, they give you like suggestions for looks, and like a lot of the time I don't like them. These I was pretty into, like the looks and the wardrobe style, whatever, all the Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty ambivalent on them. I'm thinking about like the options from the Sprawl in particular that I did not find particularly inspiring. I think like I like it because look and gender and wardrobe style are all separate and they're all different for every playbook. And I think that's how like do most Apocalypse World hacks like have standard across playbooks? I don't fucking remember. It's been at least 6 months since I've run a proper.
I spotted my copy of the Sprawl in the trunk of my car today, and I forgot to grab it.
God damn it, kid. Anyway, what do I feel like worked? The way. What? No. Here's what worked. Us getting a handle on the moves. Like it took us a minute, but I feel like we eventually got a handle on getting tokens and spending tokens for strong moves and weak moves.
Yeah.
I feel like that mechanic worked. It being the only mechanic in the game.
Being unafraid to use the same move on the same other player twice for the comedic value was really good.
Yes. Yeah. And like me and Kid doing the combo, our own golden trigger, if you will. That's a wrestling reference. People, what do you feel like worked?
We've been talking. I agree with the stuff that's come up thus far. I also think, with completely fabricating the scenes and the story and kind of some of the mystery elements here that drew a little bit from the environmental cues, but we're not exclusively from there. I think we strung together a fairly cohesive story with, those elements on the fly, which was really impressive.
Yeah. On the fly in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys did not know each other. You guys had no inkling of each other's existence before you met here.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing that. Yeah.
And we didn't necessarily integrate some of the setting elements, like the pigeons or other wildlife, but it still kind of felt like we got the earth itself involved, and we had the glowing plant life, so I liked having kind of organic elements being a factor in the story.
Yeah, they were there even if they weren't there.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we didn't super bring in like the conflict between various things in the enclave. Like we talked about, we had like a thing about psychic privacy, and the limitless possibilities of queer sex was mostly just a vehicle for dick jokes. But I feel like that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
That was fine.
For dick jokes and then emotions at the end.
And emotions. Yeah.
Emotion.
I think you did a pretty good job setting up where psychic privacy would conflict with mutants when we kind of decided some more detail about the nature of mutation. So those two, I would argue, were pretty well set up in conflict with each other. The third one, it doesn't necessarily complete that triad, but
yeah,
dick jokes.
But dick jokes, that's fine. Cool. Next question. What was your favorite moment? Someone else go first, I'm thinking.
Me too.
Naming Eric the ghost.
Yeah.
After our own ghost. May he rest in peace.
Oh my god, I can't believe Eric is dead. I feel like this is also not the first time I've said that Eric is dead on this stream. Whatever.
We miss him every day.
Sometimes I think I can still hear his voice. Yes, that's the joke I made once. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, no, seriously, what was your favorite moment other than Eric the Ghost?
Well, it's got to be bringing back the music cock for to help society, to help a people.
Yeah. And like 30 people definitely got like the image of music dick on blast in living color before we helped them build up their psychic walls. Yes.
Really makes you think.
We get them back to the enclave, and they're gonna meet that beautiful boy, and they're gonna be like, "Hey,
I know you. You're the one with the wang.
We're bonded now.
I know you. You're part of our collective." Yeah. Okay, people, what was your favorite moment?
I really liked the kind of opening scene. Actually, I really enjoyed being able to kind of establish some things about our characters just based off of what are you doing on this beach next to this body. That was sort of, that's kind of that first moment where gameplay sets in and you have to kind of figure out who am I actually playing here. So that's always my favorite part.
Yeah, so you were playing someone who just comes out to the beach to flex.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gives a flex. Flex. Everyone flex. Flex. Thank you, Pete. Kid Flex. Thank you. Eric Flex.
Powerful.
Do it. No balls. Thank you.
Yeah.
All done. Okay.
And Kid was playing somebody who just sort of comes out to the beach and sees a body and decides, I'm not going to let this go to waste.
Yeah.
And Pity was just there thinking, I can learn something from this.
Yeah, this is going to be educational.
Yeah.
I was sent here for a reason, and the reason was to be fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Eric nodding. My favorite moment, conversely, my favorite moment was the ending. We pulled it together somehow.
I got nervous there for a hot second.
No.
Yeah. I didn't want to end a story about queer enclaves in the post-apocalypse with
sadness.
Nobody wants us, and we need to end ourselves.
Yeah.
But I think we pulled through that clutch. We made a hopeful ending out of a bunch of psychic mutants about to kill themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not it's a happily for now and not a happily ever after.
Yeah. And I also
the gay experience.
The gay experience, yeah. It's gay culture.
And I enjoy as well that it wasn't, yes, absolutely, you're so right. We're ready to rejoin society kind of thing. It was This is the start of what might be helpful for everybody, but you can't solve all those problems with one conversation.
No.
The musicock ending is not the cheap happy ending.
Yeah. And finally, if we had more time, if we had, another hour, another 3 sessions, what would you guys want to get into? I would want to see more of the actual enclave and less of these 3 characters' hijinks.
Yeah.
And also these 3 people dealing with the fact that they're a tiny hive mind.
Yeah, more scarcity, less this weird murder mystery that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, not less that, but that's not the one thing.
More of the enclave itself. Okay, so we have lots of books. What don't we have? Space, security, privacy, fresh drinking water, food. Yeah.
I feel as though we could have explored more in depth why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was such a unifying, inspiring pillar of our community.
That was my other thing. More Dwayne the Rock Johnson statue.
Listen,
more scenes around it.
If you believe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson lives in your heart, do you believe?
Your heart is so large if that's true.
Oh my God, it's so beefy.
It's way larger than I am.
Yeah. That's how
Andre the Giant died.
That's the power of belief.
It's the power of belief. How about you guys? If we had more time, ... what? Question mark.
Yeah, no. Scarcity. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Why they didn't have faces anymore.
That was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, we kind of were maybe toying with the idea that there was something specifically out in the ocean that the mutants were drawn to.
And maybe there is. Maybe that's what was happening, but we had the time we had.
Yeah, and that presumably is still a thing that these characters would have to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Peep, anything specifically for you? Anything? I wanted to see more of Tawny's gang.
Oh, yeah. We didn't really. It's with that time, I didn't want to monopolize a bunch of stuff and introduce gang members and stuff. I think that would be fun. Kind of get a better idea of, what do they do? What's the safe house like? And that's all part of sort of building up the enclave more and figuring out how it functions. So we sort of, and we didn't really get to see anything about Pity's kind of home life and setup. Pity was kind of always out of her her safe zone, I guess.
Yeah, such as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Pity. I just know Orb and
Just
Pity,
Orb.
pity,
Just
love,
Orb.
and orb, and not respecting people's wishes to not, be brain intruded.
But a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
A murder mystery happens, and you gotta go for it.
I think that's and that was totally like, oh god, what's the strongest beginning possible? I can't think of anything. The Enclave, dead body. Yeah.
No, got us going.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. I think we're free from this prison. This has been once upon a game. Shout out to Eric, our favorite digital ghost. He just waved at all of you. Yeah, his portrait's above kids. I'm Sam. You can find me at Passruns on Twitter. Thank you for listening. Thank me for speaking. I love you. Goodbye. Kid, where can we find you?
I'm at Kid Spanner on Twitter. Most of my tweets are retweets.
Yes, you're valid. You're incredibly valid. Peep, where can we find you?
I'm at Adelkitch _ on Twitter. I post art sometimes, and other times I just complain about Chopped.
Yeah, I fully just sneezed and I don't care.
Isn't it?
So that's it. Goodbye and good night. Hope you enjoyed.